Andy Guitar here. I'm in London with the band Leap. How are you guys?
Doing well.
Good,
Thank you
very
so
good.
much for joining us today, bro. It's
Cheers,
lovely.
man.
to-
Proper. Oh, we have Hector. Oh, sorry, Hector on drums.
Yes.
Jack on vocals. We have Adam on guitar and Declan on bass.
Yes.
And we're chatting with you at an exciting time because you're just about to release your new album, October 3rd, debut album.
Debut, yeah. Been a long time coming.
You've had a few EPs out already. How's the feeling in the camp?
Just generally super hyped about everything, man. It's like, I think it's going to feel, because this album's been like a long time coming. We've obviously got quite a lot of music out there already. So it felt like these are the best collection of all the songs that we have. And I think it's just going to feel like a massive relief going on tour, just because like so much work has gone into it that we're just going to be able to finally like just chill and enjoy the road. Well, not chill. It's not super chilled.
Finally starts to enjoy it, right?
Yeah. So it's exciting, man. And then we're doing this album listening party in London on the 2nd. So we've got like all our fans coming to our favorite pub. It's called Freaks and Geeks. It's literally got like board games. It's got like indoor archery. It's got like Guitar Hero. So we're literally just gonna play all the games with the fans and then play some acoustic tunes and listen to the album, and then it'll come out at midnight, and I think it's going to be such a sweet night. Hyped for it.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So when did the writing for this album start? And remember the first?
Well, we took one song from each EP that we've done before this. So we've done Energies was the first one from the first EP, and we started writing that back in 2019, was it? Or 2020. So it's been a pretty long journey, but it feels like the right time because just everything that's been happening out in Europe, we've been building up a great fan base of like just the most amazing people, and they've been so supportive, and it feels like the right time to drop an album. So we're fully hyped, man. Fully hyped.
That's fantastic. And you've got quite the tour coming up in Europe as well.
Yeah,
You're doing
it's
a lot of
35 dates. 35 dates all across Europe. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a blast.
That's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
In the UK, you're playing a few dates, but Stereo in Glasgow, which
Yeah,
I had
back to Glasgow.
last month.
Did ya?
It's a charity gig there. Wonderful. I mean, Glasgow's a great city, and you grew up in Edinburgh.
Yeah, me and Hector we met when we were like 4 years old in Edinburgh. Grew up there.
And when did
Couple of spring
music
chickens.
first start to become a part of your life?
It's kind of different. Do you want to go with that one, Hecky?
For me, it was about 14. One of my best friends at the time, Lucas, who was a drummer, his dad recorded Led Zeppelin and things like that. And he was like, dude, you gotta play the drums, man. It'll let out your frustration. I was like, let me try that.
It's a physical, yeah, it's kind of like sport, isn't it? Out of all the instruments you can play in a band, drums is the most active.
Yeah, so yeah, Led Zeppelin, Nirvana, when I was 14, and then never looked back.
Oh, there you go. Do you remember all your first songs that you used to play? What's the first song you remember playing on your instrument? So you've said Led Zeppelin, probably some AC/DC, Back in Black on the drums, probably.
Sure.
Remember what it was, or one that particularly connected with?
Cashmere.
Oh yeah, that. I mean, what? Yeah.
I was more on like a folky vibe. I think I was doing like a David Gray tune or something like that. for the
Well, he
first
was
time.
massive. He's not. I mean, he's still touring.
Yeah.
Fabulous songwriter, and Babylon's probably the biggest hit that everyone would
it's
know.
a big one.
He was bigger than Coldplay for a time.
Yeah.
And
That was huge. Yeah.
White Ladder. I think that might even be 1997. maybe,
Yeah.
something like that. So some David Gray. Anything else?
Yeah, I was quite into my sort of like Libertines and that when I was growing up. So I had a few sort of quite like sad, quite dreary sounding Pete Doherty numbers up my sleeve. It was no one really enjoyed it. It was more for me.
Good song.
Yeah.
Mine was it was the intro to Smells Like Teen Spirits. I heard that and I was like, whatever that is, I want to be doing that with my life. That's what I want to be doing that. So learn how to do just
Pure.
it is, isn't it? It is. It was just crazy.
And that's Declan, he's pure energy.
Yeah, heavily. First song I remember learning, my dad was teaching me guitar at the time, and it was In the Morning by Razorlight.
Yeah.
It was an absolute
It's a tune,
banger.
to be fair,
Yeah. Not properly, but I was
But
kind of like
sure.
strumming along.
Yeah. Any others that were a particular gateway track for yourself on guitar?
I remember when I was in like rock band at school, the first one we did live was You Really Got Me by the Kinks.
Yeah.
And like I was trying to
Big
get the
tune.
bar chords down.
How old were you when you started?
Like 6.
Oh, you were 6.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that must be cute.
Jimmy Page.
So he played with a lot of bands. I know that Jimmy Page played the solo on I Can't Explain by The Who.
Yeah.
And probably many others, but I don't know which Kinks song he would have played. How about songwriting? When did that start to happen for you individually? Like, I think I can write songs here. And when did that start to happen for you guys?
For me, it
for
was
this project.
like I picked up a guitar when I was like 14 and got like a £28 guitar on eBay. And I'm basically still at that ability now.
Do you remember what it was?
I don't, mate. I really don't. It was like non-branded type thing. It was proper.
I had one of those. I had an Encore as well, literally from Argos.
Yeah. And I think I was like 14 and I'd just been start going out with a girl called Holly Chambers, and me and my brother wrote a song called Jack to a King. Proper cheesy, mate. Proper mac and cheese, bro.
And how are your songs coming about with this project?
So we're very lucky to have like a very sort of intimate relationship with our producer. Not like touching each other.
That depends on
But
the.
like, yeah, well, maybe. But no, he's just an absolute legend. This guy called Tom Leach that we've been writing like since we first started putting together the ideas. He's been there and been like a fundamental part of. So if we have like a really simple idea on guitar, we'll take it into him and discuss it and like build up the layers that way. And he's just such a absolute gangster on production.
Yeah, crazy guy.
So yeah, it can start from different things, but it tends to be like a little melody idea, just sort of mumbling words out a little bit and trying to find like a nice rhythm to the melody that I like. And then once we have that, then we dive in deep into like lyrics and production layers and yeah.
Well, I definitely hear that huge sense of melody in your songs and in the new album. Where in particular does that come from? What inspires that sense of melody?
For me, I think it's almost about trying not to think.
Yeah.
It's like the moment that you start thinking about it, the moment that you start doubting yourself, then you're screwed. I don't know if we can swear. We can't.
You can, yeah.
Oh yeah, but yes, I honestly think as soon as you start second guessing yourself, then you're in for it, because you basically just got like look into like the corner of a room and just like try and let it come through you, and the less like judgment that you're putting on yourself, and the more that you're just like not thinking and just sort of like feeling it, and it just like comes out. I feel like all the best melodies come that way.
100%. But it also comes down to trust as well. You say you're close with your producer. You can only do that when you're
Exactly.
practically around,
Yeah.
right?
So like with my last band, there'd be times like where we got sent into these songwriting sessions with like big producers and stuff like that, and the vibe's off, then it's just a bit like cringe and it just doesn't come to you. It's kind of, you just got to let it sort of like come through you a bit. I feel like if there's anything blocking it, then it can be quite
Scared off.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I guess there's little tricks to kind of getting to that state. What things that you must
Like
like
6
learn
beers.
along the way.
And Jeff,
well, that mushroom coffee is the one that I'm
Mushroom coffee, bro, yeah,
That's what it's
sure.
all about, man.
So
Getting those coffee sweats.
Is there anything, I mean, vocally warming up or getting yourself into that kind of performance state? Because it's a big step for a lot of people.
I think it's trying to feel loose, like physically, but also just like mentally, like just being comfortable with the people you're around. I sometimes find it's best like when you've been touring or playing shows to try and write soon after that, because you're still in that sort of like rock star mindset.
Yeah.
I feel like if you've just been doing weeks and weeks of just like sitting on a laptop working and like, you know, doing the dishwasher and whatever, and then you're just like, oh, I better write a rock hit now. It just doesn't really work like
Well,
that.
you
You've got-
still got, it comes down to silly little things like BPM.
yeah.
A lot of people don't think about it, but there's certain BPMs that are going to get people bouncing.
Yeah.
And when you're on stage and people are bouncing to
Yeah.
your song, they're like, we need more of them.
Yeah.
Or maybe it means, you know, something that people are going to sing along to more or react to. I guess you only realize that when you're doing your show.
Sometimes with vocals, it can be just nice to just have just a bass line or
Yeah.
just a beat even. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like the rawest form of something that's got a little bit of an energy to it. And
You guys are really connected in that way. I could see from you doing these acoustic performances that you've just done. You're ebbing and flowing between you. No one's like trying to take over, and you're leaving space for each other, but you're building it at the right points. And I can tell it was a privilege to be able to see you
thank you
guys
so much, man.
playing
Thank
that, man. We don't normally see that side of bands, you know what I mean? Especially on the internet where everything's so edited. You played 3 songs for us earlier. Could we break down these songs a little bit? So perhaps the first one that you played.
So the first one is called Do or Die. So that's going to be like the final single from the album. So that's going to come out on album release day, October 3rd.
heaven outside, I can taste it. Cheap wine couldn't pay my bills. Put it right back to the basic. We're getting high at the steering wheel, blowing out smoke like it's stardust. Heavy how we choke when it's all uphill. City's so cold and it's heartless. We can harness all the blood we spill. 'Cause out of this love comes Hollywood hills. No longer broken, let's make it real. Follow your blind, tell me how does it feel? Won't leave you lonely on the battlefield. You and I come alive, do or die, give it up 'cause I feel it still. Every night, roll the dice, no reply, going down but I feel it still. Who am I? Terrified, never mind, take a bullet for the life we kill. You know I feel it still, you know I feel it still. Glass half full, but you break it. You're crawling on the floor trying to save these bills. Find a new toy to replace it. And now you're flying at the windowsill. Stepping outside like we're famous. Show the whole world that we're made of steel. Give me your worst, I can take it. We can fake it for the recipe. 'Cause out of this love comes Hollywood hills. No longer broken, let's make it real. Follow your blind, tell me how does it feel? Won't leave you lonely on the battlefield. You and I come alive, do or die, give it up 'cause I feel it still. Every night, roll the dice, no reply, going down but I feel it still. Who am I? Terrified, never mind, take a bullet for the life we kill. You know I feel it still. Maybe we could start to heal. 'Cause out of this love comes Hollywood hills. No longer broken, let's make it real. Follow your blind, tell me how does it feel? Won't leave you lonely on the battlefield. You and I, do or die. You and I, do or die. You and I, do or die. Going down but I feel it still. You and I, do or die. You and I, do or die. You and I, do or die. Going down but I feel it still.
And it's a bit of a dark horse, really, because it's like we had the idea for a while, like the pre and the verse melody was kind of there for a minute, and we're like, is this even going to be on it? And we tried a bunch of different choruses on it, and then finally we got on one day, and it just felt like it really clicked. It's just got quite a sort of aggy vibe to the chorus that you wouldn't expect from a pre-chorus that comes before it. Do you know what I mean? It's just quite like a tacky. And the lyrics about it is actually about me and my manager Joey, because we used to songwrite together all the time, and he's been like really influential in the writing on this album as well. And it's just about the kind of dynamic that we've had in our friendship, just like a sort of do or die sort of attitude. Like we've been through a lot of ups and downs together, and it's just about that sort of feeling of the payoff when something, you know, all the sort of hard work and blood, sweat and tears that have gone into, and fights and all that, and it's like the validation that you get at the end of it all, that feeling like this could take us to a better life. Do you know what I mean? It's all about that sort of relationship. Yeah.
And again, important people around you, like,
Dude, you
being
need
more of the sum of its parts, right?
I'd be an absolute mess without that man, so
There you go.
without doubt.
And you mentioned swapping out the chorus of that song. Is that, have you recorded some of it and then
I
listened
don't know.
back
Did
to
we?
it? Or?
Did we? I think we recorded some other choruses, maybe.
Yeah,
It's
no good ones.
no good ones. No. And it's such a frustrating thing because, like, obviously the chorus is the main bit,
Yeah.
like Songwriting 101. So it's like, it's a bit of a weird feeling when you're like, I love that verse, and then it's just like the chorus drops and you're like, ooh.
It's probably the most common songwriting.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
That's why it's always nice when you get the chorus first.
Yeah.
It just feels like working backwards. But I'm so glad that we stuck to it, because it's probably like all of our favorite tune on the album. It just feels a bit different, you know. It feels quite unique, and it's
Would you mind playing a little bit of it?
Yeah, of course.
Just so we could break it
Yeah,
down.
man.
I think you could really feel then how much there's a song just bursting out of that. It must have been hard not to sing along to it.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
It's hard
just
for
want
me
to
to not
sing
sing
like this.
along.
I want to do my part, and
And
it sounds so that it's not just some things are just a vibe, just background music. That one entices you in.
Yeah, it
And
really
I think
does.
some of that one's the groove, and then we've got these broken chords. So it's only in the chorus that you're playing all the strings.
Yeah.
You talk about these broken chords.
Yeah, so it's like mostly like between B minor and then like an E. It's not really kind of, you don't feel the major third until the chorus,
Sure.
which is cool.
You could show
You don't-
that
yeah,
camera,
so-
that would be showing everyone other than just.
Playing like the sus for the E, so it kind of this kind of like floaty feeling of like you're not sure if it's minor or major until the chorus comes in, and then you get the major third kind of lift,
Get that payoff.
which gives it the kind of dominant feel. But it's like the verse and the chorus is just between those two chords,
Yeah.
which is nice. And then you get the payoff at the end of the song where like kind of it changes then, but the same melody,
Is
which
it
I think is always really
resolve for
cool.
that?
Yeah, it kind of takes it to a bit of a lift
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
and it goes to the G, which I think a cool element to it.
And
Sure.
it's difficult to do what you've just done and not just sound like the Edge from U2. Especially with the delay on and the broken chords, but that is something totally different. You guys speak about music really well. You said you studied at BIM.
Yeah, man.
Did you study
Also,
as well?
yeah.
Do you guys study at like
I
college?
studied jazz drumming in New York,
Okay.
which was amazing.
Wow.
experience. And then I also studied in London, like a performance degree.
And what were some nuggets of wisdom that you got from that? And I'm imagining it's not, perhaps not where to put your fingers, you know what I mean, or a certain thing. Was there a particular lesson or lecture or light bulb moment while you were studying music?
I think for me, like, the course was great and the school was wicked. I really enjoyed it and the teachers were amazing. But like, for me, the reason BIM was so great is because like the amount of just other musicians you meet.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
in
same
uni, I
thing.
was in like 11 bands. Like,
Really, yeah, fair.
not any of them particularly, beautiful, but like it was like just playing all the time.
Yeah.
And then you get to see everyone else's like where they come to music and like how that influences you, which is cool.
I think it's the biggest reason why someone should go to music college,
Yeah.
music university, right? You need to be around other musicians in the room, otherwise you don't advance the same. You don't.
Yeah.
You can't be as fast as people who are playing multiple times a day.
Yeah, completely.
I think I wish I'd spent a bit more time paying attention to the music theory classes,
Right?
because sometimes I do feel like that would be super handy. Like I get like basic like chords and like what key you're in and stuff like that, but I think wish I spent a bit more time like paying attention.
And what would you like to get from that? What would you hope that would give?
Just knowing, like, I think when you're just trying to write a song on your own on an acoustic guitar, and then sometimes you hit a wall of where I should play next for what's going to be the pre-chorus, or what would land nicest for the chorus chord, or just those little tricks. That would be super handy.
And you maybe want something that would surprise as well. You know, the obvious
100%, 100%. And then also just like, I'd love to be able to just like noodle on the guitar. Like, I've always been jealous of lads that are just like I think once you've got your understanding of the neck shape, then you can start doing that. And I've never really advanced to that level, which is quite sad for me.
Well, you can sing, so
yeah.
I think if half of my students could sing like you, they wouldn't keep learning guitar.
Yeah.
And also, like, knowing too much is also a hindrance.
That's
Yeah.
the gift, is
not
lose so much. We have to let what you feel come out.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
For me, on the drums, it would be playing to the song, adding what you can to make the song be as good as it can be. Sure. Especially being in New York, where there was like probably the best drummers in the world right then and there, and I was probably the worst in the class, you know, which was super inspiring to be around. And then I was like, okay, what can I do? What can I bring to music in my own way? Is be the best drummer I can be for this song. Rather than like between all these shreds, there's something that will do is not.
Well, it makes you more unique because it reminds me of Charlie Watts drumming for the Rolling Stones. He was a jazz drummer. Yeah. I don't even think he liked beat music, as it was called at the time. You know what I mean? He was just doing it for a payday.
Well, to be honest, I got there and they were like, "Do your opening piece," and it was a Led Zeppelin track, "The Rover," and I didn't think anyone would know that track, but obviously they do. And they were like, "Oh, Led Zeppelin, you know this is a jazz school?" Well, why not? They hate jazz. But then it made me such a much better drummer.
Of course. And is there anything you've brought over to that, to the perhaps more, I mean, rock music is relatively mainstream, what you guys do.
Yeah, I guess feel.
I
Just
think
like
feel.
trying to-
I can't think of how else to describe.
Bring a human element to the songs. Like Tom Leach does a lot of the drums on the tracks, and they're freaking wicked for it to listen in your headphones while you walk around. But then when you're at a show, to bring that like human element live is something I
You
really
feed off other musicians in a very jazz way. It's a conversation when you guys play. It's not just a recital. That's what I really buy in personal opinion.
And the vintage Ludwig, obviously.
Can't go wrong. It sounds great. What was the second song that didn't play?
Second song was Energies.
No chance that I could say no. I felt a hand on my throat. Let's wait and see where this goes. The time flies with your eyes closed. What's the point if you're living in a conflict? There's no pilot in the cockpit. Cold sweat's gonna wake you in the morning. When all your energies come back, you're going red in the face and you don't know what to do with your hands. You got a spark in your brain and the blood in your veins. You're back to back with old enemies. Can't relax, there's no remedy. Keep fighting your rebellion. When all your energies come back in, your energies come back in. No chance to say my goodbyes, and I'll leave when the mood dies. I only came for the highs. Red mist in the moonlight. What's the point if you feel a little cautious? There's no rules in a mosh pit, no returns if you feel a little nauseous. When all your energies come back in, you're going red in the face and you don't know what to do with your hands. You got a spark in your brain and the blood in your veins. You're back to back with old enemies. Can't relax. white or black. Can't you see that I'm shaking? But I'm hoping you understand. It's a welcome invasion. When all your energies come back, you're going red in the face and you don't know what to do with your hands. You got a spark in your brain and a flood in your veins. Your back's to back with old enemies. Can't relax 'cause no remedy. Keep fighting your memory. When all your energies come back, when all your energies come back, you got a spark in it, a spark in it, a spark in it. When all your energies come back, when all your energies come back.
So Energies has been around for a minute, and it's kind of the song that helped like change our path quite a lot. Because when we first started, when we booked our first tour in Europe, that came literally out of nowhere. We played some random festival in was it Czech Republic?
Poland. It was in Krakow. Yeah.
Was that what it
the
was?
off-camera one, right?
What
Yeah.
it, what it,
What-
yeah, we played some festival out there, and then some booking agent guy from an agency called Roller just saw us, and they're like, well, these guys sound great, let's just book them a tour despite having zero fan base.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But then we started using Energies as like the sort of digital marketing clip to promote the shows, and it was almost like a cheat code, mate. Like we were spending so little money on selling out small venues all over Europe, and we're like, wow, this song's working. So we'd be finishing with the set with it for a while. It's just it's a fun, really quite moshy song live. Like people like to really lose their shit on that one.
Also, that's gone. Sorry, Do or Die is the newest.
Yeah.
Like the single is about to come out, and Energies was like the first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's kind of like the whole
Bookends.
journey there. Yeah, and it's like lyrically, it's really a song that I love as well, because it kind of feels quite uplifting musically, but it's about quite like a dark sort of time. It's like I suffer from bipolar disorder, and I was like diagnosed when I was like 23 years old or something, and I ended up basically getting sectioned and like put in hospital for 2 months, and it was kind of about the feelings around that, and just basically having this uncontrollable ball of energy inside me sometimes, which is, you know, has so many amazing things that it gives me, like drive to do what I want to do, but also it can be like quite like dangerous and, you know, scary for other people to be around and stuff when you're having those manic highs. So it's all about the balance of just sort of trying to live with bipolar and deal with that feeling of that energy inside your chest all the time that you're trying to make positive use of, rather than self-destructive vibes.
Indeed,
you know?
and as you say, it can be such a positive thing.
Dude,
to use.
100%. I wouldn't change it for the world. Like honestly, I wouldn't be the same person without it. Do you know what I mean? But,
Exactly. Yeah, but thank you for sharing.
Oh,
that.
mate,
I know
anytime.
That'll be easy. I'm actually wearing some socks today that are from Head Above the Waves.
Oh,
charity.
sick.
Just say one foot in front of the other. I don't know if you can see it,
Oh,
but
dude, dope.
a lot of those in honour of you guys. You guys have partnered with, is it Calm?
Yeah, Calm. Yeah, Calm is an amazing mental health charity that we did our last single, Messages, which was a song that I wrote about losing my old man to suicide. And it's something that Hector's been affected by as well, because he lost his little cousin who was just like 19 years old, which is just brutal. And there's just, you know, there's so many people out there suffering in silence. So this Calm agency they basically provide amazing resources for like people that are really in need, and, you know, one call can really help save someone's life sometimes. So it was a nice feeling to be able to raise some money for them, and felt pretty good about it afterwards.
That's nice.
Yeah. it's
Oh,
nice.
that's incredible. Well done.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the guitar you're playing as well? Is
Yeah.
it the SG or this one is your main one?
So the SG is my main one currently, but I realised I just broke a string on it, so I'm missing the E. So I thought I'd plug in my Strat as well for now. But I kind of hop between the two of them. But yeah, this is I got this. Do you know London well? I know you're based in Brighton. Yeah, in West London, there's this wicked shop called the Vintage Guitar Emporium.
Right.
In Fulham. Everyone should go check it out. And this is like a kind of Frankenstein-y 95 Strat.
Yeah.
It's
Good
got
looking thing.
yeah, it's very pretty, with some interesting pickups in, and yeah, I enjoy playing her profusely.
it's all about the guitars choose you, don't they?
Exactly, yeah.
You got two guitars there, and in some ways they couldn't be more different. I guess
Completely, yeah.
they might have. They'll certainly have different necks on them.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they both got. Have you got a humbucker at this side?
Indeed, yeah.
The pickups that we've got here.
So I've got a lace sensor in the neck, some random thing in the middle that I have no idea. But I don't really use it, to be fair. And then, Seymour Duncan in the hot rails in the bridge. Can't go wrong, yeah.
A little spin the riff.
Yeah.
Back to rock, Mr. Sulu with that pedal board. That is
Yes,
big
too.
what I've seen. What?
The funny thing about this riff is it just sort of completely transformed the song, you know, because I was basically writing the song originally just with one string on the guitar.
Yeah, it's because it's like what is that one? An F to a C, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
So that, I mean, it could be like the first two chords someone would learn on a piano.
Yeah.
Play that riff over it. I'm not thinking.
Yeah,
F and
exactly,
C.
yeah, and it just
Yeah.
takes it sonically to a completely different place.
It's just kind of like
You want to show the camera, maybe? Yeah.
like an F triad that goes to like the sus2, and then C triad goes to the sus2 as well. It's a pretty simple riff, but it's as you say, it takes.
Play it through.
But yeah, it sounds
Nah, you're gonna keep going.
I was gonna keep going. Get so into it.
You guys love going no eye contact. It's all just.
Soon as we've heard the guitar in isolation, with that one, I want to hear just bass and drums. Because you're really locking in together when doing something.
Drop. Just from the drop, baby.
Very cool.
Those little skips.
Yeah.
There are little moments in that. You can hear the jazz influence for sure, but I think although they'd be relatively simple for someone else to play, you're adding a lot to it when you play it. Is there some, again, it's that feel, like I don't know another word for it.
So I'm changing it a bit to how it is on the record. And play it live.
Yeah.
Just because
It's a master setting to react to people around you.
brother, it's quite a big open. Washy. But it's definitely got like a little bit of swing in there.
Yeah.
Some of the kicks just like.
Feels a bit more bouncy when we play it acoustic, which I quite enjoy.
You feel that you're not playing on the one.
No, it's
No.
this is how
Okay,
Jack
easy.
wrote the song. Basically, it was literally like that, and I think a lot of that is like the feel that you like brought in initially. That kind of rings with those many skips, and they're like, and just like kind of how you were putting your melody over while you were.
Yeah.
And again, it just reminded me that another band playing That's All Right in that song would go a bit too U2 and just pedal the eights. That's what most bands would do. It's like, oh, we're trying to be main, we're trying to do that thing. Just by missing one out.
Yeah, like if I
Gives it a
ever do,
full
if I
form.
ever do, like if I'm going too hard and just playing and like,
Is that
not
what
thinking,
can I take away?
You feel like you feel the difference, like big time, like
Yeah.
doing that, like
Absolutely.
next it up, I guess. Sure.
Play a bit downfall.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Buried in the dark with the lights on. Tell me, can you see my face? Ooh, so dramatic. I made you panic now. Are you gonna wait for the weekend? We could dress it up and play pretend. There's no reaction. It's got me asking why I'm terrified.
This is actually like my first guitar
Really?
that I've like modded over the years and stuff.
Oh,
but
wonderful.
I went to a guitar teacher when I was like, I don't know, like, well, it wasn't my first guitar, but it was my first real guitar, shall we say.
Wow, there you go.
And I went to a guitar teacher when I was like, like 10 or something, and he was like, oh, you big Toni Iommi fan? And I was like, yes.
I guess.
And then he left the room, and my dad was like, you have no idea who that is, do you? And I was like, no.
It is the guitar, but all these things are just tools. They are what you make them.
Exactly. And I know who he is now, obviously.
It's another like cheery lyrical one.
Well, you play more of the acoustic.
Yeah, yeah. I
Work,
think,
and you're going on tour with a VIP tour. It's called, isn't it? Later. in the
yeah,
year.
so we're going to be doing some intimate
Yeah.
shows for people that have bought the vinyl, like country-specific vinyls. So we've got these country-specific vinyls, which has like a 12-page insert with all our favorite memories from the there and like all the venues that we played and stuff. And we wanted to, for the hardcore fans in each country, like do a special little intimate show for them. Because I think people often just get to see the sort of, you know, smoke and lights and mosh pitting, and just so it's quite nice to give them a sort of softer side to us and a bit of a meet and greet, so we can hang out with them all. And you know, that's what it's all about as well. It's so nice being able to meet these people, because instinctively you just tend to have quite a lot in common with them because they're relating to the sort of music that you're making. So it's a nice feeling. Yeah.
Got that in common.
Yeah. Heavy delay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Papa Roach moment.
But yeah.
Well, you gotta. It's riffs, man. You guys have songs, but riffs as well. So I'm always happy to talk about that. We have not exactly the same, man, but I've got a Victory Show 22 as well.
Oh, the OG one.
Is the Victory a new addition to yourself?
It is, yeah. The 22 is with the 2 inputs, no?
Yeah, that's why I got it, basically.
Right, okay, that's
They
fair.
told us it was small.
Yeah, lunchbox amps, but
It is,
they're
thank
heavy, right?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I got it. I was all excited. I was just financially broke myself. And I'm like,
Yeah.
guys, it's in the studio. It's all set up. And then Jack comes in. He's like, dude, you said it was small?
You can get a smaller cab for it.
Yeah.
You get a very small cab for it these days.
Yeah,
It's
truth.
beautiful, man. It sounds great.
Yeah. No, very happy. But yeah, the Victory guys, there was a bunch in BIM when I was in school there.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're just wicked. But I thought it was finally time to splash the cash.
Because there's always been a bit of a size thing on stage, because Decky's always got a big boy amp.
Do you know what I like about them?
What's that?
When you play loud, what I like about the Victories in particular, but any kind of Plexus style.
Yeah.
You play loud, you play it live, play at a gig. Everyone in the venue can hear your guitar.
Yeah,
But you're cutting through, you're not whopping
You're not too,
the
yeah.
sound. Too many bands that are trying to sound modern, in my opinion. Mid-scoop everything so much
Yeah.
to sound good when it's on its own. But in the mix, both on
Exactly,
record, but
yeah.
especially live, you can't hear
Don't
it. You're
hear
taking
it.
all the frequencies out that are the guitar.
Exactly.
That's just my opinion on it.
No, I'm with you there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very true. We were Tom Leach and I went to watch a Tiger Cub gig,
Yeah.
and we were stood in front of the guitarist, and he was playing through one of those, and it was insane. And then we moved a little bit to the side, and we like, no, we got to go stand there.
Yeah,
you
you
stay
can't-
right there. Get
yeah.
that extra, just that extra bit of amp was
Yeah.
so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And there are 3, right?
There are 3-piece,
Yeah. He was saying the same. He was like,
It was just
Theirs is the
The loud-
loudest gig
yeah.
I think I've
it's
ever been
insane.
to.
Yeah.
It's insane. And we were like, how is this breathing?
Didn't you get the Laney amp?
No, the Laney amp was also Tom Leach's recommendation, but that was he had just worked with a band called Tribes.
Yeah.
And the bassist also plays a Diesel Pilot.
Of course.
So he was using one of these, and he's like, to be honest, it was for like the size, and because it was
It's a
using
chunky
this,
chip, innit?
I was using
Chunky
it was a
chip.
chunky chip. I was using this huge Trace Elliott, which is just so heavy.
Trace.
And
Yeah.
touring around Europe, we call it Big Trace.
Oh, man.
Wow.
And
Some
yeah,
spine-
Well,
touring
spine
even the
breaking.
weight in the van
Yeah,
that comes in.
well,
the
I
van,
think
right?
it was. Weren't we stopped by the police?
We can be.
I mean, I don't
We love getting
all
pulled
because
over.
of my amp, but I think it's my.
How about you, Fender? What draws you to the Fender bass?
This again, Tom Lee. So all we were using his P bass for recording basically all the tracks. I have jazz, which I was taking on tour, and he was like, "If you want to level up, you should begin at P. Let's go." I was like-
Yeah.
And then I did exactly the same thing as Adam did. Went on a little date with him. Went around, played a bunch of
I've never
guitars.
been invited on one of these dates.
Dude, speak about a microphone with him and go on a date.
That would be dead though, because you can't even try it in the shop. It's just like we're just looking at microphone.
Yeah.
That does remind me, you say about Mike, so have there been any studio tricks? You mentioned that, Tom Elliott, is it?
Tom Lee.
Tom
Lee,
Leach,
sorry. He's adding something in the studio, but not adding too much. What have been some magical studio moments? Can you remember any in the recording bit?
I mean, I feel like I'm the guy who's just like sort of like nodding at the back, like, yeah, that's sick.
More of
man."
that, like,
yeah, I don't know if
happy
I'm
accident,
aware of
right?
what's actually happening. So
Yeah.
I wish I could be more helpful.
You're helpful.
Like we do, I like to mess with harmonies and stuff like that, and then trying to
well,
put
you
them.
all sing. It sings
Yeah.
so well. I mean, that being able to do that acoustically as well, that's something a lot of people would just have all on track. So it was great to hear.
I think we like to do like sometimes things that feel a little bit almost robotic or electronic as a backing vocal layer as well, because it just gives it that sort of like edginess that we're quite into. Yeah, a little bit of rhythm to it. And
Well, you mentioned you wanted to, up your theory game.
Yeah.
As soon as you're doing harmonies, that's advanced theory, because you're always having to change depending on what chord you're playing over.
yeah.
It's probably the hardest thing to teach, to be honest with
Do
you.
you do theory lessons as well?
Yeah, plenty.
Mate, I know what I'm doing when I get home, mate. I'm jumping on Andy's guitar, bro.
I'll do my best. I'll
Do my homework.
Best. But it actually helps being a singer, I find, with harmony, even if you're playing it on bass or a guitar or
Yeah.
an instrument, because you can more naturally you can hear when it sounds wrong and then just skip one note up or one note down,
Yeah.
and I'm good.
And you're good.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it doesn't. You realize that everything you sing as a harmony doesn't work over every chord.
Yeah.
Chord specific. And the
Sometimes we
studio
like.
is a perfect place to.
Sometimes we like to just mess around with it, where I record like a really rhythmic sort of vocal, and then just do a double of that. But then on the double, we just like shift it and play with it on like alter boys. So we change the pitch and mess around with it that way as well. And you can find some crazy, but quite cool sounding harmonies that way.
No, I can hear a lot of that in your track. Those modern production techniques,
Yeah.
but with it still sounding clean.
Yeah,
you still hear everything.
Yeah, Tom's all about his cleanliness.
Fair play. Well, you guys have got the new album out. Literally
indeed.
October 3rd.
October 3rd, not long now.
You're then going on tour, and you've then got these acoustic shows as well, which will be. This is a bit of a preview.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
Stars and stuff. Guys, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much. It's been a
Invited us to
pleasure.
your pad.
Thank you for
Yeah,
playing
you know, welcome to the Shag Pad.
I need to up my studio game, I think. So you built all this yourself as well, the sample?
Yeah.
The key is you just need pictures of yourselves on the wall, and then that's what really brings the
Oh,
ambience.
it looks cooler than an Andy Guitar logo would have. I'll give you that. But no,
This folds out into a double, so come crash.
Come crash, bro. Yeah.
I'm going to film some videos here when you guys are on tour.
Our blanket set up, so we've got a stizzly little rag up there somewhere as well. So
Hecky's talking about a sleeping bag quite often, so.
You shot tonight here, didn't you? I did one time. Yes.
Does that come from being a drummer? Do you have to set up first and study and
I did
after everyone's
one
in
night. It was an early morning music video shoot the next day, and I was living out of town. I was like, I ain't.
What was that flipping it? Fair.
We made it work.
Was that a nice kip?
It was a decent kit. There's a club upstairs.
Oh, really?
It is, yeah. And the stuff's slightly too smooth.
So you were really up there and then came down here.
Hecky loves a rave.
Great stuff. Guys,
thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
mate. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
You and I, do or die. You and I, do or die. You and I, do or die.